Right now, we're waiting for Congress to vote on a $900 billion coronavirus relief package. It would include another round of stimulus checks for many Americans. Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Eckerman. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin says those checks could show up in Americans' accounts as soon as next week if that bill passes. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington now with the latest.
After months of stalemate on Capitol Hill, economic relief is finally in sight for millions of Americans.
More help is on the way.
Lawmakers striking an 11th hour $900 billion COVID relief deal, tying the plan to a larger spending bill that will avoid a government shutdown. The agreement includes direct checks for qualifying Americans of up to $600, a $300 boost in weekly federal unemployment benefits through March, roughly $300 billion in aid to small businesses, and billions more for vaccine distribution and schools. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin telling CNBC those stimulus checks could show up in Americans' bank accounts as soon as next week if the bill passes as expected. And a Democratic aide confirms to ABC News the administration is working to deposit 130 million checks by New Year's Day.
The good news is this is a very, very fast way of getting money into the economy. And again, let me emphasize that people are going to see this money the beginning of next week.
For single mom Renee DiCarlo, who was forced to close her business, help can't come soon enough.
Every dollar matters to me. The more they give me, the more ability I'll have to get my life back in order, a little bit at a time, because right now there isn't enough to support myself or my kids.
As coronavirus cases continue to climb, forcing more business closures and layoffs, some economists fear the help could be too little, too late. Democrats, who had initially demanded trillions more in aid, are calling the deal a down payment.
We consider this a first step, and that, again, more needs to be done.
Now, President Trump is expected to sign the bill into law once it passes, and President-elect Joe Biden applauded the deal but said Congress's work is far from over. Right now, nearly 6 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Moderna are being shipped across the nation. It's the second vaccine to be approved in the U.S. following Pfizer. The FDA granted emergency use approval for Moderna's vaccine over the weekend. Officials are sending out more doses of the Moderna vaccine because it's easier to store. Officials say both vaccines are about 95% effective. Right now, Kansas City's VA Medical Center is getting ready for the Moderna vaccine. Workers say they could get the vaccine as early as today. The VA will start vaccinating healthcare workers and high-risk veterans. The VA says the vaccine won't be mandatory for employees, but it is highly encouraged. Wyandotte County health officials are preparing to receive doses of the Moderna vaccine also sometime this week. The county health department is expecting 800 doses. Health officials say the initial round of vaccines will go to frontline healthcare workers. Other healthcare workers that don't deal directly with COVID patients are also included in that first phase. The county has dedicated part of its coronavirus testing facility in KCK to the vaccinations. Today we're hearing from one man who got involved in a clinical trial for that Moderna vaccine, and now he has a choice to make, whether to find out if he actually received the vaccine or a placebo. Investigative reporter Matt Fleener explains the decision.
I knew that they were going to need participants for this.
It was August and phase 3 for the Moderna vaccine trial when Ben Snyder of Kansas City signed up to help.
It's a double-blind study, so I don't know what I'm getting.
Snyder joined 30,000 people around the U.S., half getting the Moderna vaccine, half getting a placebo.
It is an absolute guessing game.
Snyder does not know which one he got and has not had any side effects.
I had the option to find that out as well if I want to stay blind through this whole trial.
But now the Moderna vaccine has emergency approval, Snyder says he wants to become unblinded to make sure he and his family are protected.
I think with the timeline of this, it's not like normal vaccines where you can have someone live their life for 25 months and be able to check up on them.
As someone who volunteered to help with the trial for the good of everyone, he's happy to see it was worth it.
It's an incredible sign of hope.
Snyder said he's hoping to learn more within the next week, whether or not he received the actual vaccine or a placebo. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
At least 2 Kansas City area clinics participated in those Moderna vaccine trials. Kansas lawmakers are getting vaccinated. Kansas Senator Pat Roberts and Senator-elect Roger Marshall both got their first shot of the COVID-19 vaccine, and they shared these videos with us. Right now, the Office of the Attending Physician is distributing the vaccine to members of Congress, Supreme Court, and executive branch. They both say it is safe and effective. Next week, CVS Health will start administering Pfizer's vaccine at long-term care facilities across Kansas and Missouri. The plan is for the pharmacy to visit more than 600 long-term care facilities in Missouri and 360 in Kansas. This will allow CVS Health to vaccinate 140,000 residents. Eventually, CVS Health plans to administer the vaccine to the general public next year at its pharmacy locations across the country. The doctors with the University of Kansas Health System say it is critical those 75 and older, especially those in nursing homes, have priority when it comes to vaccine distribution. Right now, there is a massive effort underway to reach out and educate those groups.
Sometimes we're afraid of what we don't understand and what we don't know. So really just explaining how it works, how it's different, how it came out so quickly, and all of the safety mechanisms that have already been put into place and looked at. And we're hoping that that will increase that vaccination rate.
She adds older populations are less likely to have adverse side effects from the COVID-19 vaccine. And with another vaccine getting the green light, cases in Missouri and Kansas are going down. In Missouri, the 7-day rolling average of new cases is down to 3,100. In Kansas, 4,100 new cases have been added since Friday. In Kansas, the monthly positivity rate is down to 14.2%. The positivity rate in Missouri is staying around 17.3%. COVID-19 testing is available this week in Jackson County. Tomorrow, you can get tested in Lee Summit. Wednesday, workers will be in Blue Springs at Vesper Hall. You're encouraged to register before heading out, though. That's on the Jackson County Health Department's website. For the latest developments on the coronavirus cases and the vaccine, visit KMBC.com. You can also view the information downloading our free KMBC 9 News app.